along. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on 13 Sunrise. Your time is 6 a.m. You're taking a live look over downtown Indy. All the lights are shining. The sky is what I'm going to love this morning because the sky is going to...
Falling. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Sky's not
You're
falling.
a gloomy
Chicken
Gus
Little.
this morning. It's going to be nice
Good.
later
No
today.
clouds in the
No
sky.
clouds, and you know, as I was mentioning just a few minutes ago, very rarely have I ever said mild in January in the same
I like
sentence.
it. We won't jinx
But that's exactly what we've got coming up for us, regardless of what gloomy Gus over here says. Let's look on the wonderful side of life. We're going to have a great day today, honestly, for this time of year. You know, this is an eventful day. I'm going to talk about this in just a few minutes more, but this is the time of year when we go up to 37 for an average high, and then we just keep going up from there. This is also time of the year when the sunset is at 6 p.m. That's important because before this, it's all been, you know, after 5. So the days are getting longer and we're going to stay dry here. If you're headed to the east, winter weather advisory, this stretch of Pennsylvania all the way into Montreal, Canada, but that is going to move away from us, which means warmer air is going to move in. Right now, we have just jumped to 32 degrees in Greencastle, 33 in Muncie, 32 in Shelbyville, and 33 in Bedford. It's 29 at Indianapolis International. I suspect that's going to go up, though, pretty quickly. Our wind chill now feels like 21. We'll take that over the past few days that have felt cold. Now, later today, that wind is really going to pick up. Not so much this morning. That'll allow us to go to 30, honestly, rather quickly by 9 a.m. But look at this, 45 degrees later today, sunset again at 6 p.m. And Lindsay, you know, with 45 for a high, we are going to have wind gusts maybe up to 30 miles per hour. So that's going to feel a little wild, but we'll have more on that in just a few minutes. Monrovia area, we've got some issues, right?
We've got some rolling maintenance operations going on out here. So there will be some temporary lane restrictions in place. This is a look here. I-70 eastbound. This is just west of that State Road 39 exit. They're on the far west side. So this is about 10 miles even farther west than Plainfield as they do some work. There's a few are coming into the city. Just note there will be some intermittent lane restrictions out on the west side of town. Now I want to take you on the northeast side. This is a look at the ramp system from 465 eastbound onto the ramps. This will take you to 69 north. Also that ramp to Benford south. That's going to be closed for some maintenance work starting Wednesday night at 9 p.m. running through 6 o'clock in the morning. That's Wednesday night and Thursday nights. Also just some operations going on in this junction during the overnight hours this week to take into consideration if this is included in your travel plans.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. This morning we are digging into illegal immigration here in central Indiana. This comes after federal agents have been making sweeps across the country, arresting nearly 1,000 people over the weekend.
And those raids follow a series of executive orders signed by President Trump cracking down on illegal immigration. Right now, lawmakers in the State House are considering a bill that gives guidance to local police on how to help enforce tougher federal immigration laws.
Well, now the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office is starting a commission to look at immigration. Our Matthew Foltz joins us this morning from Hamilton County. Good morning, Matthew.
Yeah, good morning, Jalea and Karen. Yeah, under this new federal program, first off, you won't be seeing any deputies here in Hamilton County actually going out into the community to make raids or arrests undocumented people. Instead, what you'll see is under this new federal program, deputies will get special training and they'll be able to detain illegal immigrants that are already been arrested and here in the jail until ICE can get a hold of them. Now, we spoke with the Chief Deputy John Lowe, who is spearheading the program here in Hamilton County. He says under this new federal program, deputies will get special training and equipment that will really help keep track of illegal immigrants inside the jail system. The Sheriff's Office also tells us right now they don't have a true grasp on the percentage of illegal immigrants inside their jail or county unless ICE is being called and provides that information. So on top of that, the commission here in the community will also have neighbors and members in the community that will help build trust and understanding on just exactly what this immigration enforcement effort would truly look like. And again, Jalea and Karen, this is all new. So A lot of deputies are going to have to go through this training. We still have a lot of questions that will be answered, so we'll continue to see how this all plays out in the upcoming months. Meanwhile, you'll hear from Chief Deputy John Lowe coming up at 6:30 and more on the process that's still to come.
Yeah, a lot of questions, as you said, Matthew. We'll check in with you soon.
This morning, we are also working to find out more about what led to a deadly shooting inside of an Elkhart grocery store.
That's where police confirmed that 2 people inside that store were killed. A third person, believed to be the shooter, is also dead. So 2 police officers were hurt in that shooting, but they are expected to be okay.
And this all started around 5 o'clock last night at a Martin supermarket. Police are working now to learn why the shooter opened fire.
Well, right now, a string of crimes is stirring concern in an East Side community. That's where police are urging food delivery drivers to be extra cautious after they say they arrested a 15-year-old for allegedly robbing delivery drivers using a BB gun. On Saturday, January 18th, a delivery driver told police that someone robbed him at gunpoint in a neighborhood nearby. Well, just in the next few days, 2 more delivery drivers had been robbed. Metro Police tell us they were able to track down the 15-year-old thanks to a GPS monitor from a separate ongoing case. Police also found evidence from those armed robberies and a BB gun at the boy's home. He is now at the Juvenile Detention Center and facing preliminary charges of armed robbery. So if you are a delivery driver, police say you want to be extra cautious, be aware of your surroundings, and make sure you know ahead of time where your delivery might take you.
This morning, the mother of a 2-year-old girl found dead inside of an apartment over the weekend is expected in court. Police arrested her for neglect. Court documents now reveal 2-year-old Skylar Gardner may have been dead for hours before she was found Saturday night. This happened near Shaitland Avenue and Fall Creek Road. Her mother reportedly told police that she discovered her unresponsive under a dresser. When officers arrived, they found trash, steak knives, and other unsafe and unsanitary items scattered around. Police say Skylar's body was also covered in bruises and injuries. Doctors found a large puncture wound to Skylar's neck. The girl's mother denied to police that she abused her children. Investigators do say she did acknowledge neglecting them.
Well, right now, a man is starting his 55-year prison sentence for the murder of a Lyft driver in Indianapolis.
Yeah, Tony Garland picked up Devin Powell for a Lyft ride on the far west in June of 2022. Powell later admitted in court he shot Garland, dumped his body, and then stole his car and drove to a family function in Merrillville. Garland's friends and family say they were hoping for a long sentence.
So I would strongly, highly recommend that you give him all 55 years. And it's still not going to be enough, but it's the best we got. So we're going to have to live with it.
Powell offered no apology. 55 years was the maximum amount of time allowed under the plea agreement.
Tony Garland, he was a youth sports coach in Decatur Township, and there is now a scholarship and a baseball field named in his memory. Garland's son was just 12 when his father was killed. Right now, a popular inhalant drug made from nitrous oxide gas is concerning doctors and law enforcement. They're called Whipits. They come in tiny canisters about the size of a AA battery, and are often used for a brief high. These are illegal, and doctors say that they can have detrimental long-term effects like damage to your brain, your liver, and even nerve damage. They can also cause suffocation and even death in severe cases. Dr. Blake Froberg is a pediatrician, toxicologist, and head of the Indiana Poison Center. He encourages patients to talk with their kids about these dangers.
I think a lot of times in a peer pressure situation, they might be presented to your child as not dangerous, and you can at least make sure that they have the education that they know what these things are.
Well, anyone caught selling Whippets can face fines or suspension of their tobacco permit. The ATC is hoping that by educating more people, the responsible sellers will step up to prevent them from enforcement. It is 6:09. The road to WrestleMania starts in Indianapolis this weekend.
And we are now just days away from WWE's Royal Rumble on Saturday. We know 60,000 people are expected to the Circle City for this event. And of course, that includes popular streamer IShowSpeed, or Speed for short. He got a call from WWE CCO Triple H with the special invite to the Royal Rumble.
So Speed is just one of many stars that'll be in attendance, and the city is gearing up to host you all. From the airport to the Fountain Fletcher district, Indy is all decked out. This is a global event, and Indy Sports Corp says that more than half of the fans are coming from out of state, so they want to show why Indy is worth the travel.
So when the WWE Universe, their fan base, comes in for this event, they know they'll be coming back. So if Indy shows out, the WWE Universe is going to know it and can plan for future events when they come back to the city.
I love that. It all goes down at 6 o'clock Saturday night for the Royal Rumble at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Right now, the cheapest ticket, $160, and if you want to go all out, you can pay the most expensive, which is about $3,000.
Well, look who else is in the spirit. The Children's Museum of Indianapolis is all ready to rumble too.
We got to check out the giant WWE Gold Championship belt hanging off the huge dinosaur outside of the museum. And the museum's production team made the belt in-house, pretty creative there, 28 inches wide and 8 feet long.
I think that'll fit. The dino will be decked out now through next Monday morning. And I don't know, look who else has a belt with us this morning. The champ is here.
In the words of WWE star Bo McAwesome, "Arr." Those are the words. Hey, 40s today through Thursday. For the SmackDown Friday, we've got rain and 50, and for the Royal Rumble, only 38. We're going to talk about that rain and how much we might get coming up.
This morning, a resident in California is now fighting back after enduring weeks of deadly wildfires. At 6:45, who she's saying is to blame for the billions of dollars in damage.
Plus, there is heightened attention on illegal immigration here in the U.S. At 6:15, federal officials are pushing back against sanctuary jurisdictions.